Now, the COVID-19 outbreak has most people concerned, but one group faces additional risks and consequences: people with disabilities. Experts say the public needs to know how to recognize, report, and contain COVID-19 if we're to bring the current pandemic under control. Therefore, accurate dissemination of this crucial information among people with disability, for example, the deaf or blind community, is crucial. Founder of the Albino Foundation and convener of Disability Inclusion Nigeria, Mr. Jacob Pele, joins us on the program to discuss this. Mr. Pele, in this age of COVID-19, how can information be communicated to persons with disabilities considering their disability status?
Well, good afternoon, and it's unfortunate we were not able to connect via Skype, but I want to thank Channel Television for your interest in my community. Well, as usual, government is doing her best, but the inclusion of persons with disability is not something that I have seen. Bearing in mind the medium of communication that persons with disability community is used to. For instance, they are transmitting information, giving all kinds of information for the virus, but the members of the community are not getting those information. For instance, the hard in hearing, the visually impaired, even those who don't have effective mobility are not getting this information. And the earlier the government takes everyone into consideration, the better for means and ways of curbing this dangerous virus.
Well, just tell us, are there any specific tips for persons with disabilities in order, to protect themselves?
Well, we are referred to as the most vulnerable in the society. A lot of the things we do, we use objects. Take, for instance, somebody that is sitting on a wheelchair. Not only will that person sit on the wheelchair, but he will have somebody to assist him move the wheelchair if the wheelchair is not electrical. And so you find an individual touching the very place that are sensitive within the object that needs regular cleaning. So for persons with disability, there is a need for even much more effective hygienic strategic implementation, because some of the things they use needs to consistently be cleaned. There's need for education of the community. The community needs to be educated about it. Most of them don't even know anything about the virus. They need to be educated about what is going on in the society that they belong. Discrimination within the society is something that the government must harp on, so that before you know it, they would even say that it's person with disability that carries the virus more than somebody without. So there's a need to engage the community, number one. Number two, there's a need for the government to be aware of the needs of the community and how those needs can be factored into what is going on. And thirdly, the society needs to be aware of what they can do to help persons with disability in a given community.
Mr. Jacob Pele, founder of the Albino Foundation and convener of Disability Inclusion Nigeria, thank you so much for sharing that with us on Network Africa.